just don't stop the meeting.
We just kind of talked about next year and what it looks like and the mentality going into the summer, and just kind of listening to the veterans talk about what it takes. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
What was that message?
That was the message, I guess. It was just kind of like work hard and get ready for next year. It should hurt a lot to lose, and it's not easy. So yeah, that was pretty much the premise of it. I think that's mostly everything. I mean, it was just obviously, you know, people shared their experiences and stuff, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
What do you think you guys have to get better to go another step?
There's a lot of places. I think, you know, our Achilles heel has kind of been probably transition defense and defensive rebounding for much of the season, or at least that's kind of what the coaches kind of brought to us consistently. But I also think another year together would definitely help. Some experience. I think everyone getting better individually, and I think another year under the same system. And but from like a personnel standpoint, from a player standpoint, on paper we have a very talented team, and we have a lot of different pieces. So I wouldn't say, you know, oh, we definitely need to add this or add that.
Do you fully expect to be back, or do you wonder? Your name seems to always, for some reason, be in trade conversations. Do you wonder about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm human. I definitely wonder about it. But you know, I'm gonna be, next year will be my 5th season. So my first year and a half, I just dealt with my name being surrounded with getting cut and things like that. And then from then on, it was just kind of my name being surrounded with trades. So I'm gonna rather take the second than the first, so I'm not really too worried about it. And whatever happens, it's all in God's hands. And you know, I understand. You know, it's part of the business, and there's gonna be a lot of names and a lot of rumors, but you know, most of them don't come true.
Jeremy, you said after the game it was not real. How long did it take for you to get your arm around what happened, and when it did, how did it hit you?
Probably hit me yesterday when my alarm went off, or like my calendar notification went off, and it was like Game 7, and I was just like, oh, forgot to delete that, and that kind of sucked a lot. I was just like, man, that's probably when it really hit me. I was just like, man, yeah, it's over. It's like, it's over. So it's weird. It's like no more film, no more anything. It's just over.
When something like that happens, it's always fuel for the fire for next season. Is that kind of how you look at it?
I mean, to be honest, even if we didn't lose that way, I would have had plenty of fuel for the fire. But I guess that adds a little extra. I think it's going to for all of us.
Jeremy, how do you look at your growth as a player?
You know, I think this year, I think back on this year, I mean, it was an up and down year. A lot of good things, a lot of bad things. Definitely an up and down year. A lot of adjusting, you know. I would go through stretches where we play about, 35, 40 minutes consistently, and then back down to 15 to 20. Just a lot of up and down. And I think, one thing I want to work on is being able to be more even-keeled throughout the course of a season. And I think, a player that I want to look more at is Ginobili and what he's done, and maybe not so much his game because we're very different, but his approach in terms of coming off the bench and what that looks like and how to be effective every night, and how to maintain a consistent level of aggression. So.
Will it be hard to watch the rest of the playoffs? Are you gonna be able to?
It's always hard. I mean, ever since I've been in the league, I never really watched too much of the playoffs until maybe the last few games of the finals. Just don't really It's different. Like when you're a fan, you watch every game. When you're in it, you kind of stay away from it. So a lot of my friends came over the other night and we watched the Mayweather fight, and they were all like, "Oh, let's let's watch the Warriors game. Let's do this. Let's do that. I was like, all right, sure. Yeah, it's probably won't watch much.
You referenced the need to improve
Guys,
defensive.
Chandler's going to talk if you're interested.
All right, no worries.